Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga, has a big problem when it comes to showcasing its mechanics. In visual mediums like movies, TV shows, and games, there are some things that need to be remembered. One of those things is show don't tell. My understanding of show don't tell is more limited to games than movies or TV, but my understanding of the definition is show the audience the important moments. Don't just tell them about it through exposition or text. Show don't tell applies to everything in games, from the story to showcasing the major mechanics in your game. Symphony of War fails at this in a couple of different places. In this video, I'm going to talk about the most significant place that they fail at this. That's in Chapter 4, with the introduction of Stefan and the Thief class. In the 4th chapter of the game, you play as Stefan, the thief, breaking into a prison to rescue your main character. This is the first introduction we get to Stefan and the Thief class. We're told through Stefan's exposition that if he attacks first, he can kill the guards in a single attack, and then you proceed to do this. Simple, straightforward, and it teaches you how to use this character. But the problem lies after this mission. There is no tutorial to show you how this new set of characters' special mechanics work. Ambushing and evasion are not shown to the player. The player has to purposely go and look for those mechanics to learn how to use them. I have played through Mission 5 3 times to see if there is a tutorial that I missed. I never found one. There is a very simple way to fix this. Add a mission to Chapter 4, where you are playing as Stefan outside of the cave. In this mission, you show the player exactly where to go on the map. It's right on the edge of a forest. You tell the player the exact square to go to, like you did in the first tutorial. They go there and they wait. As they enter the forest, plus evasion pops up over their head, over Stefan's sprite, so that the player knows that they have increased evasion. On the second turn, an enemy moves right next to Stefan and attacks. They are outside the forest, Stefan is inside the forest with evasion, so Stefan dodges the attacks. Then, on the next turn, as the turn starts, you have plus ambush pops up over Stefan's head, or just ambush, one of the two. And he says something to the same effect of what he said in the first section, or in the actual mission. Something along the lines of, I can ambush these guys and maybe wipe them out in one fell swoop. The player attacks and kills the unit, and then they can head to the cave entrance to get in. Now, you have a tutorial showing how evasion and ambush work, and it connects into the main storyline again. You don't even have to have a whole separate chapter for it. You can just add it on to Mission 4. When you get to the cave, transition into the prison, and it'll go straight into Chapter 4. You're no longer making the player hunt through 3 to 5 different menus to try and figure out how this mechanic works. And also adding in like either plus evasion or plus ambush feedback above the sprite that enters the forest or enters the town would just help the player experience to know when they actually have these buffs in the game. For me, these were 2 of the mechanics, along with cavalry charging, that weren't well explained and don't have very good feedback for the player. I've been told by people in the comments of my 10-hour impressions that the devs made videos on YouTube about the game's mechanics and to read the tutorial messages within the menus. When players have to hunt outside of the game to learn mechanics, that's a failure on the devs' part. When players have to hunt through multiple menus to try and learn our game's core mechanics because they were never shown them or taught to them, and there's not enough feedback for the player to know this is happening, I should go research this, that is also a failure on the devs' part. I'm not trying to bash the dev. They made a very good game, but I think they could do a better job of teaching players how to use their mechanics. And no, it's not about hand-holding. It's about giving the player the initial knowledge to use these mechanics correctly. Also, they could do with adding some more visual feedback to the game so the player knows when they have buffs or debuffs on their squads. I hope that if the devs do see this video, they know that this is coming from just a place of constructive criticism. Like I said, I think you made a very good game, but there could be a bit more explaining and a bit more feedback to help the players. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat informative, and yeah, that's all I got, guys. Peace. Have a royal day.